So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of...
White chocobo. Are you sure this list is right? I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, so much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction. Hence moon dews having fallen. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you...
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set up.
I will.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia. Now, where's Jill?
And what can I do for you? An excellent choice.
There's talk that the glass is sweet work. Keep them pooches nice and chilled.
Are those papier nuts?
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the papier nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
You'll not find a bruised pippin. Fresh cuts! Come and get them before they're gone.
What can I interest you in today? Ah, yes.
What do you want? If that's what you want, that's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
With that price.
All anyone ever wants anymore is water. Great. How am I supposed to make it?
Did you find everything?
I did.
Garlic and papier nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Hippocrates to somehow turn all this into... But before we head back, would you walk with me a while? Thank you for asking me to help you today.
It does. It's good to get away from just being here. Reminds me, do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rust.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself over here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells petit. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalind. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried to slice the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive. Well, I suppose we best be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Hippocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Talia how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates. Well, give me the good news then. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat, a coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these to the black ham.
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not...
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer on for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now we've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Think Mid might need some help.
Well. Here, Sid. Reckon you...
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this lovely bit of kit, yes. Bunga's problem is, it won't always get rid, which is why I've been looking for something to filter the...
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too.
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do. Gave you a sample she'd obtained from... You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear, so... I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold, and do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave...
I take it that's where...
I saw a billet on the hunt, would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of...
All right.
Thank you kindly.
Come on. Faster! only to right from here. Greetings, Your Majesty. Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
I think Mid might need some help.
All right there, Sid. How's that?
I have it here.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. You're a gent, Sid. Right then. There we have it. The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's no need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that, huh?
What kind of magic?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest lever supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. But I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Well, it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
That's the spirit. Leave it with me. I'll only be a mo. Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag. And I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
Wish I could take one of our birds.
What do you need? A Sancfordian, do you?
I heard what you told Nan about Kupka. Hopefully all our old friends can rest.
Well, don't just stand there gawping. If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build? Yeah. He said it was some sort.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
It was good of you to help Mid. And it made a nice change for me as well. There's only so many boils a girl can run.
Crack the crystal too? You're joking.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case. Blackthorn.
Not really, no.
This won't take. I just wanted to ask how you're getting. And you might still be doubting your craft. Even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard still. He's got a keen eye, I'll give him. He's just, well...
And that was?
A sword. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but you could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he...
So that's what's troubling.
No. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting.
And if you knew how to do, we could arm the curse breakers with even better...
That's about it.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being...
You're a soft touch, you know. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it.
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this. You're looking.
What do you want?
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn.
Running around after him again?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go, which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh. And he's a touch eccentric. If you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning. People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
Its fang is gone. The whole mother crystal gone. What are we gonna do?
Calm yourself.
Back again, are you? Any more trouble and you'll be barred for life. However deep.
My reputation will be...
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get... I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me...
Please. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving.
Radim! Get...
Very good. Would you mind stepping outside?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though he has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thief...
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword.
Ah, you know...
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to...
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse.
I don't suppose you saw the...
I did not, no. Though every ill-gotten coin in Dalamal is said to pass through that
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
Come on. This won't be easy.
We've got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right.
I hear I have you to... What should I call you?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name. Well, Wyvern, Redeem here tells me you wished for
A few moments of your time should suffice, yeah.
You're a peculiar...
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain...
Oh, a true work of art. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on. It was made in the Outer Isles and is used exclusively by the practitioner. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike and hone their blade. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. There's a brutal sort of...
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then... But it is the final stone which lends a mineral quite foreign. And that is the... Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke. Far rarer among collectors and a far more
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship.
I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of... I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard.
And there are many other collectors.
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield, and is a perennial thorn in my side. Farewell, Wyvern, may our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master. Coming, my lordship.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an... Now, let's see what Black... Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword?
I did better than that.
A whetstone?
Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done. Might not be so bad if all you ever fought. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your...
Even so.
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone, but there'd be no replacing this little rock once I walk. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly. Nah. No point trying to... But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine. And what's finer than fallen masonry? Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel. I won't make a copy now.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be just...
No, I've been working day and night since I was half your age. And I was... Hey, I owe you one. August 2.
You'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got you. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right.
That got ya. So, what'll it be? Not bad, if I do say so myself. Anything else?
He cracked the crystal too? You're joking.
What could be wrong with Torgor?
He cracked the crystal too? You're joking.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgor?
So you can read. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that he's not been working him too well.
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it...
I suppose things happen, differences, Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean?
Lawsman, I need to ask you...
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, she says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened.
I rather think she might be right. Though all canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgor, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosette.
I don't recall ever seeing any that long.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place.
Even so.
Good hunting, Clive. Is there something I might assist you with, Clive? I only hope the bones of an elf. If not, I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. There is a rather fascinating excerpt I've been meaning to show you. You wish to study the tomes? always welcome, Clive.
Come on.
Yeah!
Certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal? Now... will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsman our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back.
I noticed you. So, that'll teach me for treating you like... All right, now we know what you're after. I can...
Speaking of which, I brought one for later.
You can, aye. In return, you can...
I was just on my way to...
He cracked the crystal too? You're joking.
Ah, were you...
We were indeed, lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction.
Very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way.
Ah. But that reminds me, do you recall our conversation concern?
About how she somehow...
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion. The Fenrir of legend, and while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the record...
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one Icons. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, in short, the Icons hitherto near at hand, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominant. One can but speculate as to how...
He has seemed more...
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed.
Trouble with the ledges.
Is that the thing Tomes helped with?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
How may I help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised? Here you are. Best of luck out there. Sid?
Clive.
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Oh, don't make me... A little. Listen. And it's maybe my fault. Sadly, that square turned out to be more... I can straighten it out, I swear, but I'm gonna need help keeping it...
Be late for that.
There you are! What?
So let me get this straight. And instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. The man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. Well?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame.
We owe 3 of...
Each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have...
Those ledgers were my responsibility. No, we don't. And no, after the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves... Besides, we'll need to learn to stay...
All right. But is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. A little something Sid and I set aside, and I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates are.
I'm sure there will be.
But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, asses to wipe and all.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No, I don't.
Clive!
I wasn't expecting to be, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin, and though I doubt it's what you were expecting.
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever... Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about that? Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old...
Something like that. Most days...
Same as always. Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always... And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit...
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as that, and you...
I suppose I do.